In this video, I'll be giving you a brief about Playground feature available within the Azure AI Foundry. So, Playground is basically a place whereby you can uh, go in and test your model. So, Playground can be used to observe how the model responds with or without data. Now, you can explore, experiment, and iterate with different models and customization tooling which are available with the Playground tools. So, there are multiple playgrounds which are available within the Azure AI Foundry, namely Chat Playground, Speech Playground, Assistance Playground, Real Time Audio Playground, Images Playground, Healthcare Playground, Language Playground. Now, this is how one of the example would look like. So if I'm in a speech playground, I will be able to see various feature set within that speech playground. Like you can have a real-time transcription, fast transcription, custom speech, text to speech, avatar, personal voice. So all those things you can select, and then you can also select based on category on the top. As you see over here, you can select from speech to text or text to speech, and then accordingly the feature set will available, and then you can configure and upload the files, and then you can play around with it. Okay, so let me show you an action. So in order to start with, I just need to go into portal.azure.com, and if you have already created Azure AI Foundry artifacts, you go to Azure AI Foundry. I've already created Azure AI Hub and the project, so I'll go into one of the hub, and then I will navigate to Azure AI Foundry. Let me close this tab. Okay, so in Azure AI Foundry, I can select the context of the project. Let's say, let's go, and I can select different projects from here. So as you see over here, these are the different projects. I can go into Management Center and I can see all the hubs and projects. So I have different hubs, different projects which are created. I can navigate to any of the hub. So if I go to Hub 007 or Hub New Year 2025, I can navigate there, and then from here I can go into various projects, right? So I can go into various projects and I can see various projects listed over here. Now let me go into one of the project. So let me select hub 00 Azure AI Hub Girish as a hub, and then from a project I will select Girish Tech 2024. So this is one of the hub and one of the project, and then from here you will see I have deployed one model. So I can either go into the model. So let me go into this model and endpoint, and then from here I can see all the models which I have deployed. Okay, now let me go into the project first. So let me go into the project. So once you are in the context of a project, here you will see playgrounds. Okay, so playground is basically area for you to just play around with the model which you have deployed and see whether that model is suited for your requirement or not. There are some different playgrounds which are available, like speech assistance, real-time audio, images, language, healthcare. You can go ahead and play around with any of the model over here. So just to give you an example how to work on the playground, so take for example if you're doing something on speech. So I'll go ahead over here and say try the speech playground. Now from here on the screen you can connect to the resources, connect to Azure AI resource. So I have a couple of Azure AI resources available over here. You can view the code, you can view the documentation, you can fine tune the model. So if I click on view code, then you will be able to see this endpoint and the resource key, and then you can further use this environment variables or a secret management tool like key vault to basically prevent accidental exposure of your key in the application. So it's just giving you a guidance. Like if you just want to use the key, you can directly use Azure Key Vault, and then like that will bypass the storage of key within your application. These are the things what you see over here are the different feature set. Okay, so if you want to do a real-time transcription or a speech translation, so you can select that specific feature set, or accordingly you can select from the filter on top, like speech to text, text to speech, speech capability by scenario. So if you have the speech to text, you have this real-time encryption, so you can even do a speech translation. So I'll just click on speech translation over here, and then you say I want to translate from English United States to translate to, maybe I'll just say Hindi. Okay, so if I select this Hindi, and then I'll say speak out the translation. Okay, and then here I can either upload the file of the audio, or I can start the recording directly. So let me give you an example. So if I click on record over here and I'll speak some text, okay. Oh, so I haven't recorded anything and it has recorded a blank thing, right? So similarly, I will again start the recording. So I can go ahead and delete this record and I'll start recording. So I'll just click on record. Australia is a beautiful country. I live in Brisbane, Australia. So as you see over here, it has translated the text in Hindi. Okay, so in Hindi, it has mentioned Australia एक खूबसूरत देश है. मैं ब्रिस्बेन ऑस्ट्रेलिया में रहता हूँ. So that means Australia is a beautiful country. I live in Brisbane, Australia. So it has given, it has displayed the text as well, whatever I've spoken, and it has translated in a different language as well. So with these kind of things, what you can do is like you can utilize this within your application. So if you have a chat based application, or if you want to provide some accessibility information to people for which say English is not the first language, then you can utilize these services, right? And the translation is available in different languages like Albanian, Bangla, Croatian, Danish, Fijian. So the list is endless, right? So if you want to build some accessibility based application, then you can go ahead and do this, utilize this service. So this is just one example, right? So like this you can build on top of all the services which are available. uh, Alternatively, you can also play back this content, you can download, you can copy, and then you can actually see all the parameters listed over here, right? Like, so you can delete the audio files and then you can re-record it again. You can speak out the translation, and then it will give you various voice name which are available. So if I select a different language, say Georgian, it will show me that this is how these are the voice name which are currently available. And you can even translate from, rather than from English, you can translate from say Hindi to Georgian, or Hindi to Fijian, or any other languages. So with this, you can, with the speech playground, you can just play around and tune, basically first check the model and then you have an option to fine tune it. Now in order to do the fine tuning, you need to perform various operations. So if I just click on speech to text, then I'll just click on next, and then you need to connect to a service, and then you need to configure those information, and then you create a service fine tuning options for that specific services. Now I'm going to go through that in a separate video altogether. So just to give you a background, in order to check on the playground, what you need to do, you need to first log into the project. Okay, so I'm in the project, so I'll go click on go to project. Once you are in a project, you get an option to go into the playground, and from within playground you will have various options set available. Okay, so if you see over here, this is a playground, and then within playground I can select various options like speech to text, text to speech, see speech capabilities by scenario, and then within here I can select one of the feature set, and then from here I can go ahead and test those particular models. So that's it folks, this is all about playground within Azure AI Foundry. Thanks for watching.